Well, their roof collapsed last winter, and a Northford family has been struggling to get it fixed.
They've had adjusters at the house, insurance checks, but there's still a big problem. So they turned to News 8 for help.
We had their back, and as News 8's Aaron Logan explains, they got a quick response.
With the autumn nor'easter expected this weekend, this Northford family with 2 children who have health problems are panicked. But they have good reason. Their roof collapsed about 8 months ago and nothing's been done.
But you have that little feeling of unsafeness because, I mean, how many people have beams holding up their houses?
Since February, that's been the situation at the Podolof's house.
So this whole wall has to come down and be replaced because there's so much water damage. Lift it up and put your fist through.
Annie Podoloff says those were just some of the recommendations by the insurance adjusters. They told her the damage would be close to $50,000, but when check 1 came on April 22nd,
it was less than half of what we expected it to be.
So she turned to Dave Biller at Biller & Associates.
So you trusted the adjuster, he's not answering phone calls, then what?
I've called every single Monday, every single week since May.
Then more damage from Hurricane Irene.
And because of that, it's affected our middle child's breathing. He's 8 years old. He has autism, actually has Asperger's.
Check 2 came on October 3rd and still not enough, and she says no response at all from Biller until early last week when his secretary called to set up a meeting.
And still no phone call back.
She says she just wants to cash the check, give it to the contractor, and get the repairs done.
Can't do anything with it until we are 100% sure that we have enough to cover all of the damage. You know, I understand that things, take a little bit of time, but for it to take 8 months for me to feel safe in our house with our children.
Minutes after we called Biller, he got in touch with the Podolofs and told them the situation is under control. He tells News 8 the holdup is because he's fighting hard to get the family the full amount needed to cover the cost of all the damage, so they won't have to pay out of pocket. The Podolofs are keeping their fingers crossed that there is minimal snowfall this weekend and that this situation here is fixed immediately. On the scene in Northford, Aaron Logan, News 8.